financial education. Financial education is very, very important subject which is not taught in our education system.
మన తెలుగు ఫ్యామిలీస్ బిలీవ్ చేసే హ్యూజ్ మిత్ ఏంటి, దానివల్ల ఇంకా చాలా ఎక్కువ అమౌంట్ మనం ఖర్చు చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది.
పేరెంట్స్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఏంటంటే చదివిచ్చేసామా దట్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్, దెన్ చదువు ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు అయిపోతే జాబ్ వచ్చేసిందా వన్ మైల్ స్టోన్ ఇస్ రీచ్, జాబ్ వచ్చేసిన వెంటనే పెళ్లి చేసేసామా ఇంకొక మైల్ స్టోన్ రీచ్, ఇల్లు కొన్నాడా అది ఇంకొక అబ్బాయిలకైనా అమ్మాలి, దెన్ పిల్లలు కన్నారా అదొక మైల్ స్టోన్. ఓకే, ద కాన్సిక్వెన్సెస్ దే విల్ నాట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఫోర్సీ ద కాన్సిక్వెన్సెస్.
సో ఇప్పుడు అదే 40,000 to 50,000 మా పేరెంట్స్కి ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే దాని బదులు ఇల్లే కొనుక్కోవచ్చు కదా, దాని మీద ఈఎంఐ పెట్టచ్చు కదా అని చెప్పి.
When you buy it or rent it, real estate is a need. I'll tell you a classic example. One of a family was just married. They were paying a rent of 25,000 in a 2 BHK. So family అందరూ వస్తారు కాబట్టి లోన్ తీసుకొని మరి he took it. Now he is ending up paying because this is a big financial decision. It's not like మా మామ చెప్పాడు, మదర్ చెప్పింది, ఫాదర్ చెప్పింది అని చెప్పి you should not enter into such a big commitment. మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఇక్కడ కొంటున్నాడు అందుకు నేను కొట్టాను, మా రిలేటివ్ ఇక్కడ కొన్నాడు అది పక్కన ఫ్లాట్ ఖాళీ ఉంది కొంటావా అన్నది కొన్నాను. ఓకే, అలా కొన్ని తర్వాత రిగ్రెట్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళు చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. దట్స్ అ కాస్ట్లీ లెసన్. దే ఎండ్ అప్ ఇన్ మిడ్ లైఫ్ క్రైసిస్ అట్ ద ఏజ్ ఆఫ్ 34-35. వన్ ఆఫ్ ద NRI, he has given a power of attorney to his close family member, brother. He has sold 2-3 other properties of him. He even doesn't even know it.
సార్, ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటే మీ పర్సనల్ లైఫ్లో మీరు ఏదైనా సర్టన్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేసి తర్వాత రిగ్రెట్ అయిన సిచ్యువేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి?
We actually learn from our own mistakes అంటారు కదా. సో
చాలా వరకు ఇల్లు అంటే నియర్లీ 80,000 to 1 lakh హౌసెస్ ఆర్ అన్సోల్డ్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్ అనేది మనం రెగ్యులర్గా వింటూ ఉన్న ఒక మాట. సో ఇప్పుడు ప్రెజెంట్ సినారియోలో తీసుకుంటే హౌ ఇస్ హైదరాబాద్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ ఇన్ జనరల్? రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ మన లైఫ్లో చేసే వన్ ఆఫ్ ద బిగ్గెస్ట్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్స్. ఆల్మోస్ట్ 90 to 95% ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్కి రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ఇస్ ద మేజర్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ ఎంటైర్ లైఫ్. అంటే మన లైఫ్ టైంలో ఉన్న సేవింగ్స్ అన్నీ తీసుకెళ్ళి ఒక ఇంటికి పెడతాం, లేకపోతే ఒక కమర్షియల్ స్పేస్కి పెడతాం. సో అలాంటి ఒక ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అనేది చాలా వరకు ఎమోషన్ బయింగ్ ఉంటుంది, లేకపోతే మన ఫ్యామిలీ చెప్తున్నారనో లేకపోతే కొలీగ్స్ చెప్తున్నారనో వీటన్నిటి బేస్ మీద ఉంటుంది. కానీ ప్రాపర్ అడ్వైస్ తీసుకొని ఒక ప్రొఫెషనల్ హెల్ప్ తీసుకొని ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయడం అనేది చాలా రేర్. రైట్ నౌ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్ వి హావ్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ అడ్వైజర్స్, ఎవరైతే మీ ప్రాపర్ పోర్ట్ఫోలియో మేనేజ్ చేసి మీ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ డబుల్ ట్రిపుల్ అయ్యేలా చూసుకుంటారో అలాంటి పీపుల్ ఇప్పుడున్నారు. సో వీళ్ళ అడ్వైస్ ఇస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎందుకంటే మనకి ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా ఫ్యామిలీలో ఒక ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చిందంటే విల్ ఆల్వేస్ హ్యావ్ ఫ్యామిలీ డాక్టర్ ఆర్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఫ్యామిలీ అడ్వకేట్. కానీ అలానే సిమిలర్లీ మనం 50 lakhs నుంచి ఒక 500 crores వరకు ఎంత ప్రాపర్టీ ఉన్నా కూడా వాటన్నిటిని మేనేజ్ చేయడానికి ప్రాపర్గా గైడ్ చేయడానికి వెల్త్ అడ్వైజర్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్లీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో దాని గురించి మాట్లాడడానికి రైట్ నౌ వి హ్యావ్ మిస్టర్ అర్జున్ వీరా గారు జాయినింగ్ us ఫ్రమ్ ద హౌస్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్వెస్టర్స్. సో హలో సార్.
హాయ్.
ఇట్స్ గ్రేట్ హ్యావింగ్ యూ హియర్. సో చాలా విన్నాను హౌస్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ గురించి అండ్ లైక్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్లో ఎలా మీరు చేస్తూ వచ్చారు ఎన్ని రోజులు అని చెప్పి. సో రైట్ నౌ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ యువర్ కంపెనీ టు ద పీపుల్ హూ డజంట్ నో అబౌట్ ఇట్, హౌ వుడ్ యూ సే ఇట్?
So especially House of Investors is a one organization where we built wealth for every individuality. Every family, as you said, every family should have a wealth advisory firm because wealth anedi, money anedi mana day in and day out subject where most of the people are not aware of it. I strongly believe mana schools lo nirpiche scholastic education or professional education, but every family is lacking in the financial education. Okay, because of lacking in that financial education, most of the times when they're taking a decisions into investments or any big purchases, they end up doing a lot of mistakes, especially into big investments like real estate. Okay, so House of Investors is one firm who will be your additional support system, who is going to take care of your family wealth. Like a family doctor take care of your health, we take care of your family wealth. How doctor take care of your family checkups recently, health checkups recently, and help you to provide a great health. In the same way, House of Investors as a firm with a lot of experts and expertise, years of experience, we help you to build your wealth from real estate to other verticals also.
సో ప్రాపర్టీ అనేది ఎవరికైనా కూడా ఒక హ్యూజ్ థింగ్ మన లైఫ్లో. సో అలాంటిది చాలా వరకు అంటే మన తెలుగు ఫ్యామిలీస్ బిలీవ్ చేసే హ్యూజ్ మిత్ ఏంటి, దానివల్ల ఇంకా చాలా ఎక్కువ అమౌంట్ మనం ఖర్చు చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది ప్రాపర్టీ మీద అనే ఒక మిత్ ఐకొస్టింగ్ ఏదైనా చెప్పాలంటే ఏం చెప్తాం?
So especially, of course, South Indians, especially every Indian, home buying is the biggest emotionally they are connected for a home buying. So and the biggest myth is they believe that home is an asset. Okay, illu anedi they feel that that is an asset. But in reality, if you are staying in the same home, that's a liability. That's not an asset. Okay, so this is the biggest myth everybody is having. And the way they lose money buying, taking it, because home buying anedi biggest decision in their entire life. If you can say any individual, their biggest investment into real estate or any thing, more than 1 crore, 2 crores. That's one of the biggest investment they do in their entire life.
Correct.
And దీన్ని చేసేటప్పుడు without having a proper knowledge or experience, when they are buying it, that may turn into a biggest loss also, or that happiness may not stay for a long time because they end up paying the EMIs and they get into that EMI trap. Okay, so that myth, they should understand home buying is not just an asset, just that's a liability. They should understand, and they should convert by becoming a smart buyer. They should make it an asset. Otherwise you'll end up making it as a liability.
Since we're talking about asset and liability, ఎప్పుడు ఒక హౌస్ లయబిలిటీ అవుతుంది, ఎప్పుడు ఒక హౌస్ అసెట్ అవుతుంది?
Okay, see, I'll tell you basic difference between asset and liability. Asset ante, if the same thing is giving you money repeatedly every month, then it is an asset. If for something which you are buying same product every month repeatedly, then it is a liability. I'll tell you, for example, ఒక కార్ మనం కొనుక్కొని it is sitting in your garage, మనం వాడకున్నా every month if you're paying EMI for it, it's a liability. The same thing, house, every month if you are buying it repeatedly, then it is a liability. If same house is giving you money every month, then it is an asset. Okay, so something giving you every month repeatedly, then it is asset. So how to make an liability or a home buying an asset ante? So if you are buying it an early new launch, okay, and if that is appreciating in a right way, then you can consider it as an asset because it has already appreciated. If your capital or if your investment is not appreciating, or if it is not giving you any cash flow every month, then you can consider it as a liability. Because of a residential home, it will hardly give you 3% rental, for which you are actually taking a 9% home loan. Okay, to get the 3%, you are actually paying 9%. Then how can you consider it as an asset?
So in that sense, can someone go for the commercial property? But let's say I have 2 crores in my bank account. Would you suggest me to take a residential or commercial? As an advisor, what would you suggest?
That's a very good question. So this is a common question we frequently get. See, first of all, it should be curated based on your individual preferences. We should understand what is your previous asset or what is your portfolio already. Every individual, they jump into real estate before figuring out other things which are very, very important in their life. Considering, for example, an individual, first he should have, when he starts earning money, first he should have his own term insurance. He should have his own health insurance, which is on priority. Then comes their emergency fund. And mostly, luckily, South Indians will have some decent amount of gold or whatever case that is there, that can work as an emergency fund. But parallel, you should have at least 6 months to 1 year of emergency fund, which should be what is your current lifestyle based on that. Then where are your assets and what is your appetite? Let's say if you want to invest 2 crore, how many years you want to hold it? Holding appetite, 5 years, you don't want to touch it, or 10 years you don't want to touch it, or within 2-3 years you want to flip it. So based on that, you can choose your investment option. Then you can decide whether you should transfer that fund into a land or a villa or a new launch apartment or a new launch villa or into commercial. Based on that, it can be decided.
Okay. So if you have to rank based on the, which are the highest paying assets.
Okay.
So how would you rank it? Let's say we are starting from land and then maybe commercial space and then maybe villa and then maybe a flat and then okay, if you have to rate it accordingly, how would you rate it?
again it depends on the purpose, but still if any individual, first they need to start with purchasing any long term investments, that is going for an land parcels. Okay, a DTCP or HMDA approved RERA approved land parcels should be their long term investment, at least 5 to 10 years, which they can't touch. And parallelly they should if they have some loan eligibility option, they should take the leverage of that loan and start buying a new launch property. That is one good option, because commercial and others are at the later stages. Okay, land and a new home buy, because home of course it's an emotional buy. I don't want anybody to miss that emotion, miss on that emotion. But so they should buy this new launch of Onkoli, and whatever extra capital they have, they should divert it to the land. That way you are diversifying your funds. One is working on your long-term capital rotation. One is securing your yourself by purchasing a home, and that also is getting an appreciation.
న్యూ లాంచ్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు ఈఓఐ అనే టెక్నాలజీ చాలా ఎక్కువ అయిపోయింది. ఎవ్రీ బిల్డర్ ఇస్ కలెక్టింగ్ ఈఓఐస్. హౌ సేఫ్ డు యూ సే ఈఓఐ ఈజ్ అండ్ ఎప్పుడు అది రిస్కీ అవ్వచ్చు?
See, expression of interest under EO అంటే most of the people, అందుకే just explaining, EO is nothing but expression of interest. Expression of interest అనేది it's an way of showing your interest for a new launch project or upcoming project. Okay, you're not paying anything, you're just showing your interest. That may be done. Builders ఎందుకు చేస్తారు expression of interest new launch అంటే to get that big traction or to sell that 20 to 30% of the inventory, which will be a major chunk of the inventory. So people who buy at this stage will get a better flat, better inventory, better location facings. At the same time they get a better price. At least they can see a decent jump per SFT of 500 to 1000 rupees, sometimes even more jump per SFT they can see, and they can save some 20 to 50 lakh rupees. Somebody who is entering at this stage, the smart buy, and especially reputed builders, all big builders like Godrej, Prestige, all premium builders do this, so that you get an early access to the inventory and a greater advantage also. Somebody who want to buy, that's a smart buy.
There's one example that I really want to quote. There's a grade A builder that I worked with, where it's like the first day of the launch, there was a lot of hype. So first day వచ్చేసి certain price, let's say it was around 7,500 per SFT ఎంతో ఉన్నింది. Immediately the second day of the launch, it was nearly 400 or 500 rupees more per SFT. So anta hype, is it realistic in Hyderabad's real estate market as of today?
I'll tell you one important point, especially coming into talk about real estate, because real estate is one product which doesn't have an MRP.
Correct.
Okay, there is no fixed price. Whatever the price decided by the builder is a price. Okay, it's all again demand and supply. Okay, if you have a big demand for this property, see, in the same location I can say my home Bhuja is sitting at 22,000, 24,000 per SFT. I can tell you 2-3 properties the same location still selling at 12,000, 13,000, 14,000 per SFT, same location, just opposite roads, because it's all about the demand and supply. So ala manam, if you are able to consider people 24, 25 years age lo undi, they want to take the leverage of home loan. People they do this kind of general mistakes. They go for a first car rather than going for a first at least home. If they doesn't have a bigger capital, at least if they have some 10, 20, 30 lakh savings or some support from the family, they should go for a new launch project for a down payment, which is a growing location, premium project, and they have crazy opportunities also. Most of the builders are giving big plans, 0.1% plan, 1% payment plan. So it will not be a EMI burden also in the next 3 to 4 years. That's where you need to start. It's even a 10, 20, 30 lakhs down payment also, you can purchase a house, and just 3-4 years you can see an appreciation of at least a 1 crore flat will be jumping to 1.5, 1.6. If you're so lucky, it can also double by the next 4 years. That's almost 20 to 25% or 18% of yearly return. This happened for most of the apartments in West Hyderabad. So that is also one smart buy, taking advantage of loan. And if you're just selling it, let's say if you have paid a down payment of 20 to 30 lakh rupees from your hand, it is doubling in 3 to 4 years. It's a great returns. A capital what you invested as a down payment is doubling it. Rest is absorbed by the loan and the profit you made.
Okay. So I want to quote my example, okay? Let's say ఇప్పుడు I would be paying around 40 to 50,000 rent wherever I am in Hyderabad. సో ఇప్పుడు అదే 40 to 50,000 మా పేరెంట్స్కి ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే దాని బదులు ఇల్లే కొనుక్కోవచ్చు కదా, దాని మీద ఈఎంఐ పెట్టచ్చు కదా అని చెప్పి. What is your take on it? Is it better to purchase? Because ఎలా అయినా ఫ్లాట్ ఉంటుంది కదా ఈఎంఐ కడుతున్నా కూడా.
ఓకే,
సో ఇప్పుడు నేను రెంట్ అంటే ఊరికే డబ్బులు ఇస్తున్నట్టు ఉంటుంది.
కరెక్ట్.
వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ టేక్ ఆన్ ఇట్?
Yes, that's a common problem, especially when I'll tell you, when somebody first time they come into Hyderabad, they either stay in PGs or hostels or share rooms with their friends when they're planning for a family, or they try to take a home, or they try to go for a rented house. So anyway, people are real estate, when you buy it or rent it, real estate is a need. Okay, real estate is a need. Then based on our finances, for example, manakunde మన స్పెషల్లీ మన ఇండియన్ కల్చర్ ప్రకారం పీపుల్ విల్ పుష్ అస్ టు బై హోమ్. దట్స్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఒక అంటారు కదా, కొత్త ఇల్లు, కొత్తగా మ్యారేజ్, అదిరిందయ్యా చంద్రమలత, యూనో దే వి ఆల్వేస్ రీజన్ దట్ అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే పేరెంట్స్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఏంటంటే చదివిచ్చేసామా, దట్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్. దెన్ చదువు ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు అయిపోతే జాబ్ వచ్చేసిందా, వన్ మైల్ స్టోన్ ఇస్ రీచ్. జాబ్ వచ్చేసిన వెంటనే పెళ్లి చేసేసామా, ఇంకొక మైల్ స్టోన్ రీచ్. ఇల్లు కొన్నాడా, అది ఇంకొక అబ్బాయిలకైనా అమ్మాయిలకి. దెన్ పిల్లలు కన్నారా, అది ఒక మైల్ స్టోన్. ఓకే, ద కాన్సిక్వెన్సెస్ దే విల్ నాట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఫోర్స్ ద కాన్సిక్వెన్సెస్. ఓకే, హౌ వయబుల్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఎ ఫినాన్షియల్ డెసిషన్. ఓకే, సో వై ఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ఎంఫసైజ్ ఆన్ దిస్ అంటే, బికాస్ దిస్ అ బిగ్ ఫినాన్షియల్ డెసిషన్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ మా మామయ్య చెప్పాడు, మదర్ చెప్పింది, ఫాదర్ చెప్పింది అని చెప్పి, యూ షుడ్ నాట్ ఎంటర్ ఇన్ టు సచ్ ఎ బిగ్ commitment, and you should be having a proper homework to be done. And whenever you're planning anything into real estate or anything, wealth management, 5 to 10 years of planning, you should be clearly had. Okay, most of the people, because we have scholastic education, మన స్కూల్లో చదివేదంతా scholastic education, what we get, చదవడం రాయడం వస్తాను scholastic education. Then comes professional education, doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, that's the professional education where you can make money by trading your time. Then comes the financial education. Financial education is very, very important subject, which is not taught in our education system. Very few people or very few communities are having that subject of financial knowledge, and it is transferred. So దీని మీద చాలా మంది చదవకపోవడం వల్ల they do biggest mistakes in their early 20s and they regret in the later stage. They end up in a midlife crisis at the age of 34-35. I'll tell you a classic example. One of a family was just married. They were paying a rent of 25,000 in a 2 BHK. So he was just having 5-10 lakh rupees of saving, and immediately parents side కూర్చొని డిస్కస్ చేశారు ఒక ఫెస్టివల్ రోజు. లెట్ మీ వై కాంట్ యూ బై ఏ హౌస్, హైదరాబాద్ ఉన్నారు కదా, నువ్వు ఎందుకు రెంట్ కట్టాలి, 20-25,000 ఇట్స్ అ బిగ్ అమౌంట్. ఒక టైర్ 2 సిటీస్ నుంచి వచ్చిన వాడికి మంత్లీ 25,000 అనేది చాలా పెద్ద అమౌంట్. ఓకే, సో ఆ 25,000 బర్డెన్ కోసం, టు అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ 25,000 బర్డెన్, one family helped 10 lakh rupees, father side family helped 10 lakh rupees, and he got a 20-25 lakh rupees amount. And because of his job, he got an eligibility of 75 to 80 lakh rupees. ఎందుకంటే హోమ్ లోన్ అంటే వెంట పడతారు, లోన్ ఇస్తాం అంటే they don't understand the consequences. So immediately ఒక స్టాండ్ అలోన్ అపార్ట్మెంట్ లో he took a 20-25 lakhs down payment letters. He went for a ready to move flat. మంచి బ్రోకరేషన్ చేశారు, దానిపైన 5%, 7.5% GST రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ కాస్ట్ అయింది, 12.5% అనే అడిషనల్ which was not prepaid, and an additional of 15% of interiors. He ended up paying almost 1 crore 30 lakh rupees. Okay, సో ఫ్యామిలీ అందరూ వస్తారు కాబట్టి లోన్ తీసుకొని మరి ఎక్స్ట్రా లోన్ తీసుకొని మరి he took it. Now he is ending up paying 75 to 80,000 rupees every month, or close to 90,000 rupees every month as an EMI, where most of his salary was going for EMI, and it's a commitment for the next 20 years. Okay, and to save that 3%, because Hyderabad residential real estate in a prime locations will hardly give you 3% for an average rent. Commercial may give you 6%. So home loan is at 9%. To save that 3%, he is right now paying that 9%. So that why I'm saying you this story, because knowing or unknowingly, if you're jumping into any property, you should be able to calculate all these things. Then consciously we should take a decision how to make a better entry into real estate.
సో బిల్డర్స్ వైజ్ గ్రేడ్ ఏ బిల్డర్స్, గ్రేడ్ బి బిల్డర్స్, గ్రేడ్ సి బిల్డర్స్ అని ఉంటారు కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఒక బిల్డర్ అంటే ఎలాంటి బిల్డర్తో వెళ్తున్నాం అనేది రీసేల్ మీద అంత.
Whenever when you're entering into wealth management, any investment, you should be always planning your exit before you're entering. Based on that, you should always make sure which partner you're trying to collaborate. Like every builder is now your partner. When you're trying to buy his property, now he's your partner. So when you're trying to find a partner, especially into any investments, you should able to analyze their previous records. last 10 years what was the track record, last 20 years project delay ఏమైనా జరిగిందా, లేదంటే ఆన్ టైం డెలివరీ చేయగలిగా, what ratings they are at, how financially how strong the builder is. ఓకే, అండ్ ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో ల్యాండ్ లార్డ్ షేర్ ఉందా, డెవలప్మెంట్ అగ్రిమెంట్లో ఉందా, లేదంటే ఫుల్ స్టేక్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ బిల్డర్స్ హ్యాండ్లో ఉందా. దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. అండ్ when you are trying to buy a community, there are other parameters also we should check. What kind of neighborhood you are going to have in that, either it is all 3 BHK community or all 4 BHK community or 3 and 4 BHK community. There are some projects where you get to see 1 BHK, 2 BHK and a 5 BHK also. That's again, they face a challenge in the longer stages, So all these parameters, a lot of other parameters we need to check, and especially builder's profile is, location and builder profile is very, very important.
ఇంతకు ముందు మనకి విలేజెస్ ఎలా అయితే ఉంటాయో, ఇప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్లో ఒక్కొక్క కమ్యూనిటీ ఒక్కొక్క విలేజ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఒక కమ్యూనిటీలోనే ఇట్స్ లైక్ 500,000 ఫ్లాట్స్ ఉంటున్నాయి, అండ్ లైక్ థౌసండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్యామిలీస్ దట్ ఆర్ లివింగ్ దేర్. సో హౌ డూ యూ థింక్ దట్ ఈస్ గోనా బీ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యూచర్? ఇప్పుడు అప్కమింగ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్లో ఎలా ఉండబోతుంది అనుకుంటున్నారు? ఇట్స్ గోనా బీ మోర్ డెన్స్ ఆర్ ఇస్ ఇట్ గోనా బీ మోర్ less than?
The culture, real estate, there is a lot of transformation. World is upgrading every 6 seconds. In the same way, people requirements are also upgrading. Okay, initially there was independent houses anedi, that was the only thing. Then they came decent standalone apartments ila vachesai. Then comes gated communities, semi gated, mid communities. Then comes mega gated communities అయిపోయి, అంటే in 20 acres 30 acres gated communities వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి. Integrated cities also going to come. Integrated city, and you can see in 400-500 acres, alanti 1000 acres of integrated city also. This is a considered shift because of the requirement what people are carrying, and because of that the prices of locations chala high avadam valla, to match up as an financial planning correct ఉండడం కోసం we have unlimited FSIs also in some locations. That the higher the building is going, the denser the project is going to become. Okay, ఒక 4-5 years back 100 units per acre అనేది, it was 100 units per acre అనేది, it's a big density. We need to explain, convince people on why. But right now 200 units per acre has become a new norm, common అయిపోయింది, because we are raising to 60 floors and above. So that's how there was people speaking about undivided share, UDS and that. Now nobody is even talking about the UDS because they know, and my own construction stays at least for 70-75 years or more than that. So nobody is even bothered about the resale or the land parcel what I get, all these things. And people are happy to go with the gated community because the entire requirement is given in the same community. You need the workstations area, swimming pool for kids, all the amenities. Basically gated communities are for elderly people and mainly for the children. Because when it comes to children, we don't compromise.
Safe space,
safe place, and they'll be in the community. Security, they get everything there itself. They have play zones, sports areas, whatnot. You get everything because that's how community is getting designed based on the requirements of every family.
Luxury flats తీసుకుంటే right now in Hyderabad there's a huge boom. So 8 crore per flat, 10 crore per flat, 15 crore per flat. అంటే ఇంత ముందు మనం ఇమాజిన్ కూడా చేసుకోలేనంత హెవీ ప్రైజెస్లో ఫ్లాట్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. How do you see that shift in Hyderabad, and how do you think the market is going to be for the luxury segment in the future as well?
People from Hyderabad, Telangana or Andhra, we are not actually understanding the value of our own Hyderabad. Entire India is owing now, entire world are trying to invest in Hyderabad real estate, because the last 20 years growth or last 10 years growth or whatever previously, it was a tremendous growth. Because Rangareddy district or Hyderabad, we are standing at number 1 in the entire country based on the per capita. We are the number 1 pin code. That pin code is the richest in entire India. So the per person earning potential is too high. At the same time, the same locations, per person spending capacity is also too high. And most of the people buying in these locations, that's not their first home. That's their second home or upgradation of their lifestyle. Okay, people who are already staying in 1500, 2000, 2500 SFT previously, now they are jumping into 5000, 6000 SFT, upgrading themselves. It's not first time home buyers. First time home buyers, definitely they have other great locations. So of course last 4-5 years back, the boom, the high rise apartments, most of the luxury segment apartments have already started. people who have taken it NRI, especially people from NRIs, they are expecting that kind of requirement. That because staying in that US or any other areas, they stay in a very lavish villas. Now they can't compromise on 12 by 12 size rooms. They definitely want a bigger size villa kind of apartment.
Yeah.
So that's the reason they are preparing based on the requirement of our clients.
Atha, when we look at the broader spectrum, చాలా వరకు ఇల్లు అంటే నియర్లీ 80,000 to 1 lakh హౌసెస్ ఆర్ అన్సోల్డ్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్ అనేది మనం రెగ్యులర్గా వింటూ ఉన్న ఒక మాట. సో ఇప్పుడు ప్రెసెంట్ సినారియోలో తీసుకుంటే హౌ ఇస్ హైదరాబాద్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ ఇన్ జనరల్?
I accept that in 2025 quarter 3 or this, we had a dip of 49% in Hyderabad real estate. 2025 again we had almost 50% down in new launch projects. Okay, that was the lowest in the entire India, and there was a lot of unsold inventory in those times because people who have already taken it for flipping the properties. New launch lo konukkoni, they want to just flip it and pumped up prices lo already konukkoni. Okay, and when the market is got sorted out, I can't say it's just corrected. Okay, it was not this last 1-2 years was not the right time to sell it. People who have bought at the previous years, who bought it already for a higher price, expecting that it's going to become more high, it got little correction. Okay, and at the same time, parallelly, Hyderabad market is 138% rentals growing situations in the last 5-6 years in prime locations. At the same time, out of 5, 1 is from NRI buyer unnadu. Okay, so sales have been increased, especially if it is luxury segment. Almost 8,500 crores of inventory sold in luxury segment, ultra luxury segment. If you see big properties who are at 10,000 SFT flats, 15,000 SFT flats are sold out. Okay, maybe in the 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 SFT, when there is a lot of supply, people who want to flip, that may be little high. Otherwise, in new segment, they are comfortably buying the 3, 4, 5,000 SFTs in the new launch stages.
సో ఇంతకు ముందు మనం ముంబైలో ఢిల్లీలో చూసుకుంటే పర్ ఎస్ఎఫ్టీ అరే 7,000 8,000 రీచ్ అవుతుంది అన్నప్పుడు అంటే ఒక 20 years బ్యాక్ ఇలా ఉంది అనే సినారియో. ఐ హ్యాడ్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ అడ్వైజర్ హూ వాస్ టెలింగ్ మీ ఒక 20 years బ్యాక్ ముంబైలో ఒక 8,000 9,000 పర్ ఎస్ఎఫ్టీ అంటే అమ్మ బాబాయ్ అనుకునే టైప్ ఉండేది. ఇప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్లోనే మనకు 13,000 రూపీస్ పర్ ఎస్ఎఫ్టీ, 15,000 రూపీస్ పర్ ఎస్ఎఫ్టీ. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఐ బీన్ ఇన్ ద లగ్జరీ సెగ్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ యాజ్ వెల్. పర్ ఎస్ఎఫ్టీ 22,000 దాకా కూడా హైదరాబాద్లో రీచ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇలాంటి సినారియోలో హౌ డూ యూ థింక్, అంటే అంత ఎక్స్పెన్సివ్గా ఒకరు ఫ్లాట్ కొంటే దాని ఫ్యూచర్ గ్రోత్ ఎలా ఉండబోతుంది? డూ యూ థింక్ ఇట్ విల్ యాక్చువల్లీ అప్రిషియేట్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యూచర్?
In entire India, Hyderabad to entry level is one of the cheapest still,
ఈవెన్ టుడే.
if you compare with Bombay or Bangalore, entry level we are at the very decent prices. Still we have a lot of scope to grow. At the same time, cost of living wise also we are far better compared to Bombay or Bangalore. And even the rental part, if you see, we are far better in sense almost we are 10% to 15% down compared to other growing metropolitan cities. Okay, the prices also recently, if you see, the highest అంటే entire India highest per acre cost was in Delhi, then in Bombay. So Bombay was highest, then Delhi, then Hyderabad. Recently it was 237 crores per acre. That was the highest. Okay, so luxury segment ni ela chudalante, it's not for everybody. Okay, somebody having a 100 crore asset, 200 crore asset, they don't buy a 15,000 SFT or 20,000 SFT or a flat, whatever the bigger sizes villas. That's their lifestyle. That's not anymore, that's an investment. Somebody buying a 4 crores 5 crore car, they can easily spend 10 to 20 crores for an apartment or a villa. Okay, because that's not their investment. They have a lot of other tools for investments. There it is multi-folding every year, 2 years, 3 years, it is multi-folded. They have a separate mechanism to multiply their money. And when it comes to their lifestyle, they liquidate some of their funds and they will enjoy the lifestyle. Okay, so that can't be compared with the first home buyers or first time planning to build some investments or build your wealth. They have already started their wealth building journey 20 years back or 10 years back. Now they're enjoying the fruits. Their planning was there 20 years back. Somebody buying in Kokapet or West Hyderabad, people who have seen it 20 years back, now they are enjoying it. That vision before 10 years, 20 years, 10, 15, 20 years back, land bonaro, there you can't even imagine what is their wealth right now. Okay. Somebody who have purchased at least a villa in the అరే ఇక్కడ ఎవడు కొంటాడు అనే టైంలో వాడు విల్లా కొన్నాడు. ఓకే, నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ అట్ 10x అయినా విల్లాస్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. సంబడి అరే ఇక్కడ ఎవరు కొంటారు అనే టైంలో అపార్ట్మెంట్ కొన్నాడు. దే ఎంటర్డ్ ఇన్ దట్ పిన్ కోడ్స్ ఇన్ ద రైట్ టైం, ఫోర్సింగ్ నెక్స్ట్ 5 to 10 years. Now they are seeing the fruits. Okay, they might have flipped it or multiple properties, and now they are enjoying it. Okay, when it is like 10-20 crores of your portfolio, or 2 crores or 3 crores you can put for your lifestyle. That's how they are enjoying it. So start building your portfolios, start building your wealth. Then after 5 to 10 years, you can liquidate some of your funds which are not growing much, then you can enjoy your lifestyle.
సో ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైనా ఇనీషియల్ ఫేజ్లో వచ్చి మీ దగ్గర అండ్ దెన్ దే బీన్ టుగెదర్ ఫర్ వెరీ లాంగ్ టైమ్ అని ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పగలరా?
Yes, I can tell you few of our investors, some couples who have reached us. A classic example, I got a family who was like husband, wife, okay, 5 years, 6 years abbayi unnadu, and their father. They came to the house, plus they came to Post of Investors office.
Yeah.
Okay, so we met them. Their requirement was, father sold a property in his hometown. They got around 2.5 crore of cash or amount what they, because of the selling their ancestors' property, they sold it. Because they are no more staying in that location, everybody are in Hyderabad. Ikkada mugur requirements different. Father was expecting, I need to invest my money because it's an ancestor property. Somehow I need to transfer it to my grandson, this generation, so that where I can buy a farmland or anything, so that it can be transferred. Okay, and the person, young person, father was having, he was expecting, I'm already paying a lot of EMIs every month. I should have some cash flow every month, so that I get that freedom of not paying more EMIs. I need to invest in a commercial.
Yeah, rendering.
Wife was having another expectation. We are staying in a rented house right now. We need to have at least a decent 2,000-2,500 SFT of apartment. Okay, that is a
Contrary opinions.
Yes, all three have a different requirement. The budget is same, 2.5 crore. Okay, so now in the same budget, what we have done is, we have helped them to buy a new launch apartment where it is going to double in the next 4 to 5 years. Easily they can expect doubling of their bigger size unit they got for a great price in the new launch property. That they bought that home dream as completed. Then we also requested few of the funds into commercial where they are getting rented from day one. Okay, that is solving one person's requirement of a person. Then other fund we have invested in the land parcel, which is, as I said, 45 to 50 minutes drive. Definitely it is going to be giving great returns in the long term. Of course, that purpose is at least they will not touch for more than 10 years. So now the 2.5 crore portfolio, if you calculate in the 5 years, it is going to be nothing less than 3x to 5x. If everything goes good, it may reach even 5x. Even in the worst scenario, it will be 3x. Okay, and mukuri purpose would solve it. One got his house, one got a commercial, one got land. Otherwise, they would have ended up buying that all 2.5 crore in one single asset. Now 3 assets ochine, 3 assets purpose different, and portfolio is building.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how we need to build a portfolio. Ala nenu build chesina different portfolios are sitting at a great at least 3x you can count in 5 years. In 10 years, if you hold them, definitely it will be 7x plus. That's possibility. Considering, I always say the minimum thing, because nothing is guaranteed in this world, even we are not guaranteed. So you should be considering the conservative plan undali, but aggressive scope kuda untadi.
పర్ఫెక్ట్ సార్. ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటే, మీ పర్సనల్ లైఫ్లో మీరు ఏదైనా సర్టెన్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేసి తర్వాత రిగ్రెట్ అయిన సిచ్యువేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
We actually learn from our own mistakes antaru kada. So when I was early 20s, like 23, 24 years ఉన్నప్పుడు, Kokapet or Gachibowli, we were frequently traveling because most of my friends were staying there, and I was frequently traveling. I was staying close by. So and there was a fund of around 60 to 70 lakh rupees to invest. So ఆ రోజు నేను ఏం చేశానంటే, ఐ సా గుడ్ అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ ఇన్ ప్రైమ్ లొకేషన్స్ ఇన్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ అండ్ కోకాపేట్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఐ మై సెల్ఫ్ సో అరే ఎక్కడ తీసుకెళ్తున్నారా, వేర్ ఆర్ మై గోయింగ్ రైట్ నౌ, ఎవరుంటారు ఇక్కడ అన్న, దట్ వాజ్ మై వర్డింగ్స్ వెన్ ఇట్ వాజ్ ఇయర్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ 10+ years back.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, And later I took a decision, almost ikkadaithe we are only getting an apartment. I was a bachelor, not as married. So the thought process I don't know let's go back to our hometown. Hometown we already have a own house, but still let us have a big villa, because ikkadaithe apartment vastundi, we get a villa close to that price, close to 1 crore we'll get a villa, or 60-70 lakhs. That time we were getting a good villa. So వెళ్ళి ఒక 10 cents-లో ఒక పెద్ద villa I purchased there at the age of 23-24. But the same investment, the biggest mistake, emotionally I was very happy. I felt that I did a great achievement and I was happy that time. But in a later stage, because I was not planning for the next 5 to 10 years, I was not looking that as an investment. First of all, my mindset was not looking at it as an investment. It is only a need I felt. Okay, home buying, I need to buy anywhere, so let me buy in my hometown. That costed me the same investment if I would have done in Hyderabad apartment, that is sitting at 3 crores right now. And that 60 lakh what I have invested in my hometown is hardly around 90 to 1 crore, not more than that. Okay, so without having a proper knowledge, I lost it. It's a loss of 2 crores closely. And if you would have more smart, if I would have had a wealth advisor, నాకు ఆ టైంలో నాకు తెలిసిన వెల్త్ అడ్వైజర్ ప్రాపర్గా ఉంది, నీ దగ్గర ఇంత ఫండ్ ఉంది, దీన్ని ఇక్కడ ప్రాపర్గా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయని చెప్పి, ఇన్ ద సేమ్ లొకేషన్స్ క్లోజ్ బై growth corridors, if I have buying land parcels or an acre of land, we used to get an acre of land, it would have been 10x. Okay, that is the missing of an opportunity. Right advisor lekakapothe, right knowledge lekokunte, we are going to fail, ending up with a lot of loss.
అండ్ చాలా మందికి రియల్ ఎస్టేట్లో ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అంటే ఒక కనీసం మన దగ్గర ఒక 1 CR 2 CR అయినా ఉండాలి, లేకపోతే ఎంట్రీ లెవెల్ కూడా ఉండదు అన్న ఒక పాయింట్లో ఉంటాం. అది ఎంతవరకు కరెక్ట్ సార్? బిట్ స్మాలర్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ అమౌంట్తో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయొచ్చా?
For the young people, I just definitely want to, real estate anedi, they don't even think at their early 20s. Okay, at least now with that, because they don't have the financial knowledge, and getting a job, getting an opportunity to earn itself, their active income is only not ready. How can they look at the investments? Okay, but at least if you start earning, then you need to start thinking about your wealth management. Okay, dantlo maybe you should have taken the first 2-3 steps. Then when you have a decent fund of around 10 lakh rupees or more than that, మిత్ ఏదైతే ఉందో 50, 1 crore, 2 crores ఉంటే తప్ప రియల్ ఎస్టేట్లోకి ఎంటర్ కాలేనేమో అనేది, నో, ఇట్స్ అ కంప్లీట్ నో. యూ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ entering into real estate or any other mediums from very small stage. At least some 10 lakh rupees you can also enter into real estate. You can buy a group buy or co-investments plan chesukochu. You can fraction investments antaru. You can start a group together, close friends, same mindset unde vallu, or close with your family. Okay, you can buy a land parcel. If it is a 50 lakh rupees, okay, 5 members will see, you can register that land on your name and you can sell it after 5 years. If you want to transfer it to somebody in the same group, you can just transfer and take the money, you can reinvest somewhere. So that fractional investment, so you can buy multiple properties with a minimum risk and you can start building your wealth. That's early age lo na 24, 25, 26, 27, people should start doing this, so that when you need some lifestyle, you can sell it off and you can enter into any lifestyle product like home buying.
ఆల్సో సార్, మధ్యలో హైడ్రా అసలు మొత్తం హైదరాబాద్ని షేక్ చేసిన ఒక టాపిక్. అంటే చాలామంది ఇల్లు పడడం మనం చూసాం న్యూస్లో. వీ హవ్ సీన్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎమోషనల్ స్టోరీస్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్, బికాజ్ ఒక ఇల్లు అనేది ఫర్ షూర్ అందరికీ ఒక చాలా చాలా మన లైఫ్ సేవింగ్స్ అన్నీ బట్టి చేస్తాం. అలాంటిది అంటే హైడ్రా ఇష్యూ వల్ల ఇల్లు పోయింది అంటే దట్ సంథింగ్ దట్ పీపుల్ కాంట్ టేక్, రైట్? సో ఈ రోజు హౌ సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ డస్ హైడ్రా, అండ్ ఒక ఇల్లు కొనేటప్పుడు ఎలాంటి చెక్ లిస్ట్ పాయింట్స్ చూడాలి సో ఇట్ డజంట్ ఫాల్ అండర్ ద హైడ్రా ఇష్యూ?
కొలాటరల్ డ్యామేజ్ అనేది ఒకటి ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ సమ్ బిగ్ పర్పస్ మీద మనం పనిచేస్తున్నప్పుడు సమ్ స్మాల్ డ్యామేజ్ జరిగే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. కానీ అది ఎవరికి స్మాల్, ఏ పొజిషన్ నుంచి నువ్వు చూస్తున్నప్పుడు ఒకటి స్మాల్ అనేది 10th class చదివేతోడికి 10th exam is the biggest thing. But somebody who is doing your post graduation, 10th is a very small thing. In the same way, somebody sitting at 100 crores, they'll see that is a small issue. But somebody entire life lo vaadu oka illu konukunnaka, that's the biggest achievement. Vaadika chala pedda emotional thing. In the same way, the 1000 acres of land they have rehabilitated, or they pulled back from the occupancy ivanni. So the intention was definitely a great intention, because they made a lot of protection for all the lakes and the land, and that's a very, very good sign not doing it. But the way initially implemented, because hardly 1 week back notice ichi, 10 days back notice ichi cheyam valla, the panic made the the outcome of it, that temporary pain was really a damaging thing. It disturbed the entire investors ecosystem or the Hyderabad ecosystem, because ఇక్కడ కూర్చున్న వాళ్ళకంటే దూరం నుంచి చూసే వాళ్ళకి it was like more, because there are many projects which are already got approval by the government itself, approval by many departments, and when that is getting damaged or demolished, the trust factor అనేది it's the biggest thing. When people lose the trust, it will take long time. బిల్డ్ చేయడానికి చాలా కష్టం, ఒక ట్రస్ట్ని బిల్డ్ చేయడానికి. బ్రేక్ చేయడం చాలా ఈజీ. దట్స్ వాట్ థింగ్. బట్ ఇన్ ద లాంగర్ రన్, now it is, the positive impact of Hydra is people are able to understand it. But of course, I accept there was a temporary collateral damage which happened with some families that would have addressed in a little better way, and in personal opinion. Yeah.
Sir, NRIs విషయానికి వస్తే, a lot of NRIs are right now investing in Hyderabad. కానీ ఎక్కడ ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలి, ఎలా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలి, ఎవరితో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలి అనేది ఒక హ్యూజ్ క్వశ్చన్. బికాస్ ప్రతి ఒక్కరు అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎవరైనా కాల్ చేస్తే, బిల్డర్ సైడ్ నుంచి సేల్స్ టీమ్ కాల్ చేస్తే, మా ప్రాజెక్ట్ చాలా మంచి ప్రాజెక్ట్ అని చెప్పి వాళ్ళు యూఎస్పీస్ అన్నీ చెప్తారు, వాళ్ళ బెస్ట్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ అన్నీ చెప్తారు. బట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక కంపారిటివ్ అనాలిసిస్ ఇచ్చి ఏది పర్ఫెక్ట్ అని చూసుకోవడానికి యూజువల్గా పీపుల్ విడ్ స్ట్రగుల్, రైట్? So how exactly should NRIs approach, and what are the problems that they are facing today?
So ఈరోజు Hyderabad is one of the great location. Hyderabad is, lot of HNIs, lot of UHNIs are, and Hyderabad, lot of billionaires. We have lot of billionaires also from Hyderabad. So ilanti place lo, there is a lot of wealth which is being created in the last 20 years, and which is definitely, there is a lot of scope to create wealth for every family. So somebody, a few aspirants, especially from NRIs, చాలా దూరంలో ఉంటారు. They frequently they come every 2 years, 3 years ఒకసారి వస్తారు. But they have lot of opportunity to invest their money, and they can multifold their investments. And వాళ్ళు ఫేస్ చేసే challenges ఏంటంటే, ఫస్ట్ థింగ్, they don't find a right organization or right trusted company where they can go in a long run. See, investments తో మీరు ట్రావెల్ అయ్యే ఇండివిజువల్ should be a long travel. Okay, any property buyer or any property seller, it's a one-time transaction. They only look at your entry. They'll not look at your exit. As I'm again saying, your entry and exit is both. Exit is more important than entry, especially when you're an investor. Okay, so entry appude nee exit plan cheskoni you need to enter. Especially for NRIs, they face lot of challenges, because I will tell you one classic example. One of the NRI, he has given a power of attorney to his close family member, brother. Okay, he trusts him a lot. He gave a power of attorney to register a property, and then one property to sell, and he forgot to revoke that power of attorney. He has sold 2-3 other properties of him. He doesn't even know it. After 2-3 years, he just realized that the property is gone. So he'll have only minor mistakes, and there are a lot of capital gains, advent taxations, all this, international transactions. They have a biggest problem. They need to have, because they have their chartered accountants. One of them, they'll be communicating, this is what I'm going to do, help in taxation and whatever it is. CA తో సపరేట్గా మాట్లాడతారు. Then the legal team, legal కరెక్ట్ ఉందా లేదా అని legal separate person. Then the buyer or the these people are in different team altogether. So వీళ్ళకి ఏమైపోతుందంటే, they don't get everything in one platform. That's the biggest communication errors జరుగుతాయి, and everybody's interest will be different, and they will be not on the client side. Okay, that is the reason they should have a wealth building machine. Like our team is why we are performing great with NRIs, and just because we take the side of NRI and we bring the entire ecosystem on one call. You can call, speak to the chartered accountant, speak to the legal team and the wealth advisor team, all together, even the investment banker. Then they will suggest with their expertise, with the proofs, and they will help them to guide and protect their asset, not just buy the property in a right way, smart way, and also their exit plan, and also the protection of the thing. Because land parcels konetappudu, the encroachments on title issues, all these things we need to check. Okay, and if it is not protected, it should be fenced, it should be protected, and encumbrance certificates even properly check చేసుకోవాలి. Then every year at least twice it should be physically checked. Okay, these things are missing when somebody is investing and buying. When they have a consultancy to build their portfolios, this work can be delegated, and that can be protected. Buying an asset is very important. Protecting that asset is also equally or more important than that.
సో పోర్ట్ఫోలియో బిల్డింగ్ ఇస్ సంథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ మేజర్ రైట్ నౌ కదా. సో మీరు పర్సనల్గా మీ క్లయింట్ స్టోరీ ఏదైనా ఒకటి షేర్ చేసుకోగలరా, ఎక్కడైతే ఎలాంటి పోర్ట్ఫోలియో బిల్డ్ చేశారు వాళ్ళకి అని?
One of my client is he stays in Europe, and frequently he travels. He owns almost, he's a big CTO of a company, and a big MNC company only. So he keeps traveling, basically from Hyderabad. Okay, and he was having a plan of building a portfolio for 5 CR funds, which he got, and he want to invest 5 CR. He already have a luxury apartment. His lifestyle is already sort. We have different investments in different verticals. Okay, so now he got an excess amount of 5 crores. Now he just want to multiply it, and that's a long-term planning he was having. So ikkada I've make sure his funds are separated, and purpose is also sorted. At the same time, the risk is minimized when you are diversifying the funds into different verticals. That 5 CR fund, we have invested in the land parcels in one area, which is a growing locations close to Shekapalli or in that locations. And few of the investments we have made into a weekend home, because now his age is around 45. He want to have a quality life with their family. Okay, that's one of the growing, because people doesn't want to just invest if you're not using that money, if you're not enjoying that wealth. It's because his mindset at that age, he want to have a quality life with their family. So that's where we have he invested some part into a premium weekend home concept, because he want to have a farm to plate food and all this thing, plantation. He want to enjoy that agriculture. He was basically from a agricultural family parenting. So then we invested few into, he was also planning for a cash flows. So few of the other investments we invested in the rental yield. So ala in 5, we also have Airbnb concept where he can get decent rental, great rental, not say decent, great rental. So kana 5 crores ki his expectations was his monthly rental should come around 1.5 lakh, and all the other funds can be given into any long-term appreciations. So the same 5 crores portfolio, you can expect in another 5 years, it can reach around 13 to 15 crores, filling all his requirements.
Okay, with the
He also got 1 acre weekend home, a great 200 acres of community. So he was not even imagining that, because now all his family requirements are sorted out. At the same time, his fund is getting multiplied. So almost he was not even expecting that kind of returns would be coming. But in a long term, he will have definitely a great returns. So already it is growing. He has fund. The biggest problem with NRIs or anything is, once you start earning money or you enter into that well-building system, you definitely make a lot of money, active money. But if you're not investing in a proper way, okay, it's not about the money, it's about the knowledge. How to use it, where to use it, and you should have that real hardcore knowledge in the prime locations of Hyderabad if you want to invest in Hyderabad or any other areas. And we also helped him to invest in Dubai. That was the second transaction what we have done. So where he's getting a great renter. That's a great, he got a golden, of course, that's how we ended up. So this is the relation what we are building. Whenever he come, we just meet up for a coffee in his home or in our office or any coffee shop outside. Okay, and we discuss what is happening. We work very closely with their family. It's like any decision they are taking in their investments, they will consult our team, so that we will help them getting into the right direction.
Perfect.
Not just into real estate, into all the other verticals also.
Okay. And sir, ఇప్పుడు కొత్తగా చూసుకుంటే we've been getting lot of different categories of homes as well. అంటే ఇంతకుముందు ఇల్లు అంటే either way it's individual house or villas వచ్చింది, దాని తర్వాత అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ వచ్చాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఇదంతా కాకుండా న్యూ కాన్సెప్ట్లో స్టూడియో అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ అనేది ఏదైతే మనకి ఎప్పుడు యూరప్లో, యూఎస్లో, దుబాయ్లో ఉందో, దట్స్ వన్ కాన్సెప్ట్ దట్ హ్యాస్ కమ్ టు హైదరాబాద్ యాజ్ వెల్. అండ్ వీకెండ్ హోమ్స్, యాజ్ యూ వర్ రైట్లీ సేయింగ్, సో వీకెండ్ హోమ్స్ ఇస్ వన్ సచ్ కాన్సెప్ట్. సో ఇలాగా వీకెండ్ హోమ్స్ కానివ్వండి, స్టూడియో అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ కానివ్వండి, వీటి ట్రెండ్ ఎలా ఉండబోతుంది హైదరాబాద్లో ఇన్ ద అప్కమింగ్ ఫ్యూచర్, అండ్ హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ రైట్ నౌ?
బికాస్ ద ట్రెండ్ అందరూ హై రైజ్ అపార్ట్మెంట్స్, విల్లాస్ ఇలానే చూస్తారు కానీ ఇంటిగ్రేటెడ్ సిటీస్. బట్ ఎవ్రీబడి, దెర్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో వన్ మోర్ trend going, that is called weekend home. Okay, because people right now, they want to enjoy their life. It's about quality of life. Quantity of life is different, quality of life different. Because once when you come into the city, okay, every day is you're running day in and day out. So you want to detox yourself from the city bus, want to refresh, అండ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ క్వాలిటీ టైమ్ విత్ యువర్ ఫ్యామిలీ. ఇది చాలా మంది మిస్ అవుతున్నారు అనమాట. మార్నింగ్ వెళ్ళిపోతే హస్బెండ్ అండ్ వైఫ్ బోత్ ఆర్ వర్కింగ్, కిడ్స్తో కూడా వాళ్ళు క్వాలిటీ టైం స్పెండ్ చేయట్లేదు. ఒక టైం స్పెండ్ చేయాలంటే దే ఆర్ ట్రావెలింగ్ అబ్రాడ్ ఆర్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ ఫర్ ఎ ట్రిప్, 1 week 3 days ట్రిప్. ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ గోయింగ్ టు ట్రిప్ ఇస్ దే షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఎ క్వాలిటీ లైఫ్. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఫోన్లో ఆఫ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ ట్రావెల్, బట్ యాక్చువల్లీ పీపుల్ నౌ దే అండర్స్టూడ్ హౌ కాస్ట్ ఎఫెక్టివ్లీ దే కెన్ ఎంజాయ్ దేర్ క్వాలిటీ లైఫ్. ఒక 1 hour 2 hours డ్రైవ్లో దే ఆర్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ దేర్ వీకెండ్. దిస్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇన్ యూఎస్ ఈ కల్చర్ చాలా ఎక్కువ, బికాస్ వీక్ డేస్ దే విల్ వర్క్ and weekends they'll not work. Saturday Sunday they'll only spend time with their family. That culture is increasing in Hyderabad. They are planting 1 acre or 2 acres farmlands lo, and it's a gated community again, because the challenge is వాళ్ళు ఒక్కరే కొని ఉంటే their security issues, they are not able to maintain it, they will not get the neighborhood, all these things. But weekend home lo అక్కడ ఏమైపోతుందంటే your land is getting appreciated, you are getting the community and neighborhood, and when you are using it you are enjoying with your family. When you are not using it you are renting it out. So your capital is appreciating, and parallel you are able to get a great rental. Actually, it's not more than residential rental ostundi some areas, because you can Airbnb it. Parallel you are enjoying your land parcel. 3 ways: commercial growth undi, commercial rental undi, land appreciation undi, and enjoying the property. Ee 3 things akkada undam valla people are comfortably moving. Oka 2 BHK 3 BHK unte second investment they are going for a weekend. And you asked about the studio apartments. Studio apartments are again a great for even for the investors or for end users, because nowadays big family nunchi micro families vachesi. Micro family nunchi there are one segment of people not even getting married, okay, or getting at the later stages, okay, because 25 to 35 age group lo unna vallu they not comfortable, they are good packages and more of work from home culture vachesindi. Okay, they are not ready to apartment would be a bigger burden or investment for them.
Small
Or
homes,
sharing
yes.
only PGs, so they are not comfortable. They want a private room for himself with all gym, all amenities, workstations, parallelly a small kitchen with a decent 1 BHK. So that's what they are expecting. So that's actually solving a lot of bachelors or unmarried people's problem in a prime locations where they can close by commit to their office. So this is one other attraction, and the weekend homes is one great move.
నైస్. సార్ ఇప్పుడు వెల్త్ అడ్వైజరీ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటే, ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా మనం ఇల్లు కొనేటప్పుడు విల్ హ్యావ్ సర్టన్ పీపుల్ మన ఫ్యామిలీస్ నుంచి అడ్వైస్ తీసుకుంటాం, లేకపోతే సర్టన్ మనకు తెలిసిన ఆఫీస్ గ్రూప్ నుంచి ఎవరో ఒకరి దగ్గర నుంచి అడ్వైస్ తీసుకుంటాం. సో వాళ్ళు కాకుండా ఎందుకు ఒకరు వెల్త్ అడ్వైజర్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చి అడ్వైస్ తీసుకోవాలి? హౌ వుడ్ ఇట్ మేక్ ఎ డిఫరెన్స్?
That's a common sense, and this why I'm saying this, and we always think our well-wishers are the right advisors. Of course their intention is right. Mana family members are our well-wishers, but they may not have the subject expertise. Subject expertise వాళ్ళకు ఉండకపోయిండొచ్చు. For example, even if I have any health issue, I'll consult a doctor, and while consulting a doctor again you will have 2-3 opinions. You will take which hospital is good, which doctor is best. Okay, then you take a consultation with a doctor, because you know that the doctor is great in his field. He has that subject expertise. Okay, in the same way, if you want a legal advice, you'll go for a lawyer. If you want an accounting expert, you'll go for a chartered accountant. You'll not go for your uncle or your father or if your brother or anybody. He may help you in guiding you, but that may not be 100% perfect technical. So that is a reason where you need to have a real wealth advisor, because they come with stats, they come with proof, they come with your side, and they always look at the blind spot ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో అవి మిగతా వాళ్ళతో మిస్ అవుతారు. Okay, they will help you to avoid that blind spots and build your portfolio 5 to 10 years safely, securely, because it's their responsibility, it's their duty, it's their profession.
సార్, మీరు యాజ్ అ వెల్త్ అడ్వైజర్ ఒక ప్రాపర్టీని సజెస్ట్ చేసే ముందు ఎలాంటి జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకుంటారు, సో దాట్ లైక్ దిస్ నో కాంప్లికేషన్స్ అన్నట్టు?
First of all, if I'm not investing my own investment there, then I'll not pick up my property. And then నేనైతే నా డబ్బులు పెట్టని location or property, I don't suggest it for anybody. That's a basic rule we follow. Okay, because it's selling something is easy. Okay, but that one decision what you give or one advice what you give, his entire future is dependent on that. Investing into real estate or investment itself is not it's a decision which you're taking for your future. It's a decision you are taking for your securing your future. Okay, so if that is not taken properly, your entire future is dependent on that decision. Okay, so we make sure, first of all our legal team, we have an in-house legal team, and we have all other departments to make sure that is legally clear. And then we also have other 16 parameters we will check if it is an apartment or a villa. Okay, when we are going to promote it, all these things should be primarily the due diligence should be clearly done. Then only we will take it to our table. Then only that will be for any of our investor or any home buyer. Even for home buyer, we have a lot of checklist. Because the biggest myth is people are just checking the distance while they are buying it. Or as I said, first home buyers, they definitely 90% chances for first home buyers, they'll end up doing a mistake. ఎమోషనల్ బయింగ్ జరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, మోస్ట్లీ మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఇక్కడ కొంటున్నాడు అందుకు నేను కొంటాను, మా రిలేటివ్ ఇక్కడ కొన్నాడు అది పక్కన ఫ్లాట్ ఖాళీ ఉంది కొంటావా అన్నందుకు కొన్నాను. ఓకే, అలా కొన్ని తర్వాత రిగ్రెట్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళు చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. దట్స్ అ కాస్ట్లీ లెసన్. ఓకే, బిఫోర్ దట్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ ప్రాపర్ ప్లానింగ్ అంటే ప్లానింగ్ ఇలా ఉండాలని కూడా మాకు తెలియదు. ఓకే, దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ప్రాపర్ వెల్త్ అడ్వైజింగ్ consenting so that they'll help you to avoid all these mistakes.
So if we talk about the growth corridors in Hyderabad, ఇప్పుడు మనకి సౌత్లో సర్టన్ గ్రోత్ కారిడార్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడతాం, ఈస్ట్లో కొన్ని, వెస్ట్లో కొన్ని. సో అలా ఒక్కొక్క చోట కొన్ని గ్రోత్ కారిడార్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడతాం కదా. లెట్స్ సే రైట్ నౌ తెల్లాపూర్ ఉస్మాన్ నగర్ was growing, Kokapet Neopolis has seen a huge boom before, and Rajendra Nagar, Badwel, Kisnapur, ఇట్లా మల్టిపుల్ ప్లేసెస్, శంషాబాద్ వేరే ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ ఇస్తారు, ఇవన్నీ మల్టిపుల్ ప్లేసెస్ చెప్తున్నారు కదా. మీరు ఒకవేళ ఎవరికైనా సజెస్ట్ చేయాలి అంటే ఈ గ్రోత్ కారిడార్స్ ఆర్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ అని చెప్పి, అలా ఏదైనా ఒక అలా కొన్ని ప్లేసెస్ ఉన్నాయా వేర్ వీ కెన్ స్పాట్ ఆన్ అండ్ సే దీస్ ఆర్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ లొకేషన్స్ టు ఇన్వెస్ట్ రైట్ నౌ అని చెప్పి?
Great, Andy. For especially if somebody is looking for an apartment, or especially if they're looking for an apartment, always they should look at the 10 minutes drive from the financial district. If they're looking at villas, okay, ORR is one very, very important consideration you need to take, because present outer ring road will become your future inner ring road. Okay, because outer ring road is getting jammed. Right now, if you see Monday morning, Gachibowli exit చూసారంటే you'll be already jammed. And people who are coming to that location, so అలాంటి లొకేషన్స్ మనం పిక్ చేసుకోవాలంటే, if you're going for apartments, then Kollur, Mokila, and anything close to Tellapur, all these locations would be ideal. Or if you can again go for Rajendra Nagar, Appa Junction to Rajendra Nagar, this stretch is again a great location if you're going for apartments, because the drive distance is just 15 minutes to 20 minutes drive for your daily commute. Okay, rather than kilometers చూడొద్దండి, you only see the time, because I can tell you 10 kilometers drive లో ఉండి 1 hour టైం తీసుకుంటున్న లొకేషన్స్ చాలా ఉంటాయి. So you should be smart enough while you're purchasing your apartments, new launch go, because there's a lot of scope to grow as a capital also. Then if you're planning for villas, you should also consider Mokila to Shankarpalli locations. That locations villa, definitely it's a growing location. Parallel, if you're looking anything in Tukuguda, Rajendra Nagar belt, because airport connectivity on locations are again great locations. Anytime long term lo, close your eyes and you can bet on these two locations. West Hyderabad, exit 2 nunchi exit 14 varaku, that's a great locations. And apart from the other locations, definitely we are already having 1-2 investments here, safer bets. Okay, then if you want to also extend for long term, చాలా మంది నన్ను అడుగుతారు ఈరోజు వేరే స్టేట్స్లో చుట్టుపక్కల ఇక్కడ ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలంటే, ఫస్ట్ అట్లీస్ట్ సమ్ 7 to 8 investments if you're having, let's say 4 investments చేస్తున్నామంటే 3-4 should be your safer bet. One, you can take a longer shot, ఒక 10 years టచ్ చేయను అలాంటి లొకేషన్స్లో పెట్టగలిగితే, that can be also grown. You can see the growth.
ల్యాండ్స్ పరంగా మాట్లాడుకుంటే వేర్ కెన్ సమ్మన్ ఇన్వెస్ట్ నియర్ బై టు హైదరాబాద్ ఆర్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్?
రీజనల్ రింగ్ రోడ్ ని బేస్ చేసుకొని గ్రోత్ కారిడార్స్ కనెక్టివిటీ ఉంది. డెఫినెట్లీ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ రేడియల్ రోడ్స్ను కనెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ, ఆర్ కనెక్టింగ్ రోడ్స్ టు outer ring road to regional ring road. These areas, there are a lot of satellite locations. I can say Shankarpalli is one good location, Tukuguda is one good location. Dani regional ring road ని కనెక్ట్ చేసే lanes లో, based on are you going to go for a DTCP or HMDA లేఅవుట్స్ లోకి వెళ్తున్నారా, లేదా ఫార్మ్ ల్యాండ్స్ పర్చేస్ చేస్తారు, లైక్ 5 acres 10 acres ఇలాంటి ఫార్మ్ ల్యాండ్స్ పర్చేస్ చేస్తున్నారు, దాన్ని బట్టి యూ నీడ్ టు సెలెక్ట్ యువర్ లొకేషన్. ఓకే, all these things again are long term planning, minimum 5 to 10 years, that should be your planning.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఒక బిల్డర్ మిమ్మల్ని అప్రోచ్ అవుతే హౌ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ వుడ్ యూ ప్రొవైడ్ సర్వీసెస్ ఫర్ ద బిల్డర్?
The builders approach us because real estate, if you see, real estate itself is one of the big industry. They are the big givers to the society because they are paying the highest tax. Even the buyer, even the builders are paying lot of taxes, lot of permission fees and all. So builders have lot of responsibilities, taking from land pooling stage nunchi, land purchase stage దగ్గర నుంచి, then operating with all the vendors దగ్గర నుంచి, then getting the permissions దగ్గర నుంచి, and again the biggest responsibility of the builder is selling the property in the right time with the right pricing and doing the due diligence of competitive analysis. So we work very closely with the builder from land pooling stage itself. Okay, and as a company we work as a strategic partners for builders. We help them to understand the competition in that present location, what are the sizes, client expectations ikkada ఏ sizes lo. Now of course builders have that expertise, but still doing from a third party will help you to understand things in a different way. So we do all these steps. What is the present requirement, ఏ సైజెస్ రావాలి, ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ డిజైన్స్ ఎలా ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఫ్లోర్ ప్లాన్స్ ఎలా ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, అమ్యూనిటీస్లో ఎలాంటి రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, కాంపిటేటివ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఎలా డిజైన్ చేస్తున్నాయి, అండ్ అబోవ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ అవర్ ఎక్స్పర్టీస్ ఇన్ టు లాంచింగ్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్, soft launch, official launch. So our expertise like 3 lakh SFT, 4 lakh SFT, whatever requirement of the builder is having, that is like a safer, the project would be successful if he is at least able to sell the 30% of the inventory, the launch. So we would target that and come up with the great strategies where the client is winning with the win advantage, client is able to see the profit, and the clients are also growing with the builder parallelly. Okay, he also can take little advantage of launch price advantage. Builder also is liquidating a lot of inventory at that stage, and he feels comfortable so that he can focus on completion of the project rather than the financials worry of the project. So we come into that picture and we make sure the project is sold right inventory at the right time. That's we make at least 3 to 5 lakh SFT sales in a given period of quarter to 6 months of time. That's our expertise coming into villas అవ్వచ్చు, అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఈవెన్ ఫర్ వీకెండ్ హోమ్స్ అవ్వచ్చు, స్టూడియో అపార్ట్మెంట్స్. ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ వీ టేక్ కేర్ ఫర్ ద బిల్డర్స్ బికాస్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ బడ్డింగ్ బిల్డర్స్, aspirant రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ బిల్డర్స్ ఆర్ న్యూ జనరేషన్ బిల్డర్స్ who want to need a support, especially into marketing and sales. That's where we take care. We outsource all those services.
That's great to hear. And so lastly, if I am the user, ఇప్పుడు నేను మీ దగ్గరికి నా దగ్గర ఒక 1 crore ఉంది, దీన్ని నేను రైట్గా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసి నా జర్నీ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను ప్రాపర్గా అంటే హౌ వుడ్ యూ గైడ్ మీ త్రూ?
Yeah, we categorize into especially end user or an investor. Even for end user, we make sure the formulas of wealth management are taken care. But investor mindset is completely different. End user mindset is different. End user is always looking at the how he feels in the balcony. It's more of feeling. Okay, how when he wants to sit in the balcony, experience with the family, and when the kids are playing in the community. Okay, that's more of an emotional decision. So akkada endante the decisions we take lot of inputs from the end user and future ni plan cheskoni, predict cheskoni, 5 to 10 years ni plan cheskoni, we have a lot of parameters, more than 16 plus parameters we check with the client, even if it is an end user. Then if it is an investor, again investors lo ela untadante, it's more of logic rather than emotion. Their entry is more important, their security is more important, their exit is more important. Okay, how they are multiplying the capital is again more important. All these things, different parameters will be checked for the investors. Then we end up giving top 3 best solutions. Then it will be easy for him to understand why, because with this process he'll also learn how to shortlist the properties, what are the parameters to check. All this will be involved him in every step. So it's a long term, even if it is an end user, because now end user is going to become a future investor, and present investor, once an investor is always an investor. Okay, so we always look at a long term relations with him, not a short term thing.
Okay. Yeah, sir, great. It was great talking to you. I've learned a lot about real estate. బేసిక్గా అంటే చాలాసార్లు మనకి రైట్గా ఎలా ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలి అని అర్థం అవ్వదు. ఆల్సో ఎలాంటి లొకేషన్స్లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయాలి, ఎలా మనం నిజంగా కేటగరైజ్ చేసుకోగలం లొకేషన్స్ గురించి, ఆర్ ఎలా ఫ్యూచర్ గ్రోత్ చూసుకోగలం, ఎలా పోర్ట్ఫోలియోని మేనేజ్ చేయాలి, ఇదంతా కూడా I've learned quite a lot from you. Thank you so much for adding value.